music be without sounds?
Mr. Worldwide, Mr. 305. I can't imitate that guy. But man, what an icon in music. What an absolute icon. I mean, there's no better person to remix or make a bootleg of other than Mr. Worldwide, man. That man, like, when I think of Pitbull, I think culture, cultural phenomenon. He changed and shaped dance music in a way that, like, his influence over dance music definitely influenced how club music sounds today. That's all thanks to him. And that's no different with the song Go Girl. I mean, simple, like, there's something about, in music production, there's the number one tip. Like, this is like the second best advice that I've gotten in music, is that less is more. And what that means is that the less stuff you have, it's actually, you have more to work with, and less is more. You don't need a lot to make a banger, you don't need a lot to, like, really make a song. Like, it's very common in electronic music to have songs that have 80 different tracks. Well, when I say tracks, I mean individual dedicated channels of a particular sound, It's very common. But Go Girl, it's very simple, catchy, groovy. And this edit in itself triggered this was like the genesis of, like, the return, actually. I mean, I do talk about the music I was making about in video 1, but it wasn't up until this point when I made this edit that I realized. And shortly after I made this, and then that's when I made Do It To It as well. So they both were made around the same time. Both very different sounds, sonically, the way it's mixed and mastered, like, it's fresh. And that's when I realized that doing dance music as Mashed Up Rav makes even less sense, because why quit Roka Fela in the beginning, right? So that's when I had conflict, and that's when I had the clarity that it's best if I just restart, because I've been making so much dance music, but at the same time still keep my shit at Rav for the stuff that's not really in the dance music space, but has the potential. Like, the worlds are always going to be interlinked. Like, I always see it like this: my shut up Rav is the good guy, the sensitive guy, emotional guy. Rockefeller's like the bad influence, Like, if I could animate, I would have good angel, bad angel. Like, those are the two personas, And with this one, Go Girl is just like, that's just the essence of, what world Rockefeller is in. He's in the club, he's making these dirty, groovy bass lines, and, like, it's ear candy. And I really had so much fun making this, because there's no easier artist to, make a bootleg out of than Pitbull. I mean, I remember in 2015, it's no longer on my Soundcloud, unfortunately, but at the time, I might have an archived post somewhere. If I do have the post, I'll screen grab it and post it on my stories or something. But one of the very first remixes I made was actually of Pitbull. Pitbull and Lil Jon have a song called Crazy. In LA they go crazy, in London they go crazy, in New York they go crazy, in Australia they go crazy. That song, like, it's from Fast and Furious, actually, but that song was so, like, big on me, because I was like, wow, this is really dope. And I made a bootleg of it at the time, and I still have a copy of it here. So if you want to hear the original version, or the original bootleg that first got me blown up, and when I say blown up, it was like the first time I saw 1,000 plays on one song of my own production, Up until that point, it was like 30, 40, 10, 5, 2, and to see, like, it grow, like, I didn't even produce it. I mean, when I look back, I didn't produce it that well, but at the time, 2015, like it was so out of them. I think people just loved it. So hopefully in the near future, I can remake some of the elements from that. But other than that, I had so much fun making that Pitbull bootleg of Go Crazy. Fast forward to 2024 when I was producing this one. This is also one of the new, recently released productions. My idea behind it was I want to make something very club orientated, something that you're gonna hear in the club. You wouldn't necessarily per se hear it at a festival. I mean, it's nice if it's played at a festival, but this one is a club banger, and Go Girl just does the job for me. It just works so well. It translates sonically, and yeah, I had so much fun making it. It was so cool. I even myself at the end, I was like, okay, this is hot. So yeah, that's the story behind Go Girl. You can go stream it on Soundcloud. You can listen to it in the mix. And I'll be back with another video next week where I'll be talking about my next release on streaming platforms. So the next time you see me, I'm going to have a new single out on all streaming platforms. I know it's been a while, it's been a minute, we have to wait. But we're ready for another official release. So I'll see you guys then. Ciao.